Hello, Julie here, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to create a quick little journal. I have seen a program advertised on YouTube called Junk Journal January, and I thought, right, I think I might just join in with that. So I'm just going to make a quick little journal to do that. I've got a selection of papers here. That's some thicker tracing paper, some grid paper, a front page out of a old book, some brown wrapping paper. This is a piece of printed paper that I bought from Which Craft Do You Do? A piece of parchment paper. This one is a dotted lined paper. This is just a piece of, well, parchment paper, I think. This is a piece of paper that some parcels were wrapped in. And this is a tea-dyed page. Now, I'm going to do a tab-bound journal. So to do that, I just have to fold all of these in half. So how is everybody? I hope you all had a great Christmas. If you celebrate Christmas, we did. We had a great day. Can't seem to find my phone folder for some reason. Oh well. Just have to use my fingers, I guess. It's a bit weird. Oh, there it is. Hiding. I'm just going to score these pages. Yeah, so Christmas was a good time here. We had my daughter and her partner and our granddaughter here. We also had my mum here. So, good day. These came out of a book, so they've already got their crease in them. Don't have to worry too much about that. So I'm probably just going to fast forward this section. You don't need to sit and watch me fold things in half at normal speed. There are several different types of tracing paper around that you can get. Some of them are very flimsy, and I do have some of that, and would be too flimsy for a page in a journal. But this one's quite sturdy, so I'm happy to use that as a page, because by the time you add things to that, that will have quite a bit of substance to it. Now, decide what order I want these in. Maybe that one can go in between those two. But apart from that, I think they're pretty well mixed up. Okay, so now if you haven't done a tab binding before, it's pretty simple, but there's a trick. You have to have your covers ready first. So I'm going to cut my covers, but I wanted to make them just a little bit bigger than this. So the covers butt up on this edge, so everything lines up on this edge. So I'm going to make my cover 6 inches wide by 8.5. Now I've got this cardboard here. That was the back of a paper pad. You know, you get those pads of pattern paper. This was the back cover off of it. So it's not way too thick. It's still a bit flexible, but I think it will be firm enough. So I'm going to take this over to my rotary cutter, and I'm going to cut it, what did I say? 6 inches by 8.5, was it? Yeah. yeah, 6 inches by 8.5, 2 of those, and then I'll be back. So there we go, I've got my 2 covers. One for the front and one for the back. So you can see that they're just going to protect the edges of that. I'll probably put some things on the edges anyway, and they will poke out, but that's okay. All right, now I've got this cotton fabric that I purchased, like it's a fat quarter I think it was, and it's got a little bit of a sparkle in it, and it's got neutral colours. So I've cut some 1-inch strips using my rotary cutter and my cutting board, and then I've cut them into 1-inch squares. So that's what I'm going to use to do my binding. Now we start with this and we put 3, let's go on that side, so I might start here. I'm going to put top, bottom and middle with this lot, and I'm going to use my fabric glue for that. So we just have to make sure we have got an opening in our glue bottle. So if you haven't seen this binding before, I like it because it allows your pages to sit flat when you open them. Okay, so let's add a little bit of glue here and attach that on there. So as I said, I'm lining this up with the top of my cover. I'll line one up with the bottom of the cover. Now you can make your hinge pieces as big or as small as you like. It's completely up to you. Actually, I think, oh yes, that's right. Okay, so I've got this one level with the bottom of the cover. And one in the centre. Now you can make these so wide that your whole spine is covered if you wanted to. So if you've got, like I'm going to use 5 tabs, you can use as many tabs as you like. You can use all, but you only put half on at a time. Okay, so that's our front cover. Now we take our next piece, let's just write that down. Our next piece is going to be this grid page, and that comes on here, that's going to sit there. Oh, that's a bit shorter, that was a boo-boo, wasn't it? Okay, so now we're going to take a hinge, and we're going to position this where we want to have our second row of hinges. So I'm going to go about the middle here and stick that on there like so. So we had 3 on our first page, which happens to be our cover in this case, and now we're doing 2 on the next one. So as I said, you can have as many of these as you like. If you wanted 5, you'd probably, oh this is 5, if you wanted 7 say, you'd have 4 on your first page and 3 on your next page, and so on. So you'd split them up. Okay, so we've got those attached. Now we turn this over and we position this exactly where we want it. So I'm sort of aiming for the same top and bottom there. And then the 3 that we did on the first one, we now turn them over and attach them. Now, if I attach all of that, it's going to stick to the cover. So I'm only going to put glue on this section here. And I'm going to fold that back. And you want to get that reasonably firm, but not over tight, because that's what's going to allow your page to open. Now we'll go to the middle one, and because that's going to stick all, like there's paper for all of this one to stick to, just put glue over the whole thing, and then fold that back firmly as well. And now we're back up to this one, so I'm not going to put glue on that section. And what I will do is I'll come back and trim that off. It's going to fold over there like that. Okay, so that's the process. I'll do a few more. So now we're going to do this page, and this page, actually I'll do this page. If you've got a short page, it's better to do that on, say, one that's only got the 2 tabs, because you know, trying to get these to fit over that bit would be a bit hectic, wouldn't it? You'd have to, yeah. So I'm going to put this page in there now. So we're going to put this page next to it, and we're going to, whatever we've got folded over is what we put on this page. Or another way to remember it is, it's alternate to the last lot that you glued down, or the last lot that you added new tabs to. So tab that to the top, one to the bottom. So you can see I'm just putting glue on half of it. Make sure we've got that where we want it, so we've got it lined up with the one directly next to it. Put that on there. And then another one in the middle. You can apply the glue to either the fabric or the paper, it doesn't make any difference. Okay, so we've got that where we want it. Pop this on here. You don't have to line your tabs up either. You can have them, you know, wherever you like. I prefer the look of them lined up, but it is definitely not a necessity. Now we've got those stuck on. We turn that page over, and we stick down the tabs from the previous page. So make sure we're lining our pages up, and because I just stuck 3 down, I'm going to stick 2 now. Make sure that we've got that level with our other pages. And fold that over. Okay, so then that's right. Okay, now I'm going to do this page, and this page has just got the 2. I forgot to mention that you have to have an even number of pages too when you're doing this. So in this particular case, I think, actually I didn't count them, so I don't really know how many pages I've got, but I will count them. Now I'm going to have the same problem here. So I'm going to get my scissors and I'm going to cut that. And cut that. The scissors are not the best. They don't seem to cut right to the tip for fabric. They're all right for paper. Okay. So let's add some glue here. Some glue here. And some glue here. Okay, now I can fold this over onto that, which I will do. Or you could cut it off. It doesn't really make much difference, I don't think. Okay. Okay, so next page, this one, and we are going to put 3 on this one. Because we've got 2 down here waiting to be glued on, we know we have to do 3 next. Or it can go by whatever you've got turned over on this side is what you stick on this side. Or you can just remember 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2. Up to you, there are several different methods. Getting a bit low on my, whoops, a little glue there. Don't really want that much glue on there. Especially on this tracing paper because you can see through it. Okay, so that's those 3 stuck down. Now we're going to turn that over, line it up with our other pages. I'll make sure we've got our spine area here level. Then because we just stuck 3 on, we're going to fold 2 over. Now this is the 3rd time I've done this type of binding. The first time was perfect, I loved it. Second time didn't work out so well for some reason. I can't remember what the problem was. But this time I'm fingers crossed everything's going to be fine. I thought I'd stuck it the wrong way then. I thought I'd stuck the outer edge to the spine instead of the folded edge. So yes, it's coming along nicely. You might notice that with this you get a page where you've got the tabs, and then you get a page with nothing. Page with tabs and a page with nothing. Ooh. Oh no, I haven't stuck that one down yet. So how's our alignment going? Bit hit and miss really. So, oh, that's what I was going to do, count my pages. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So count the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I'm going to have more pages in here than I need, but that might allow me to do a couple of double pages if I so desire. So we've got 3 here. Now I'm going to put 2. Now I'm just going to go off and do this. You don't need to watch me do all of these pages. It's the same principle, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2. When I get to putting the back cover on, I'll come back. Okay, so this is my last page to go in, and then I've got my back cover. So I've stuck my 3 tabs onto this, and now I'm going to lay that on top of that and position it where I want it, and stick my 2 tabs from the previous page down. Got so much glue on my fingers. Okay, so now we've got our back cover. Now, because we're not going to be attaching any more pages to this, we do not need to add any tabs to this. So all we need to do now is position our back cover where we want it, which will be about there, like so, and stick our 3 tabs down. Now this is why you need to have an even number of pages. You need to have your maximum number of tabs securing your front and your back cover. So it doesn't matter how many pages you have in there, so long as it's an even number counting your covers. It's going to be an even number of pages because your covers are always going to be 2. Now this is a relatively thin journal because it's only for the month. So and I've actually got, I think I've got 40 pages in here, like single pages, which is 10 more than I'm going to need. as I have gone through here and some pages are shorter, I've trimmed my tabs off, so you can see there's some little bits there where I've trimmed off the tabs at the top and bottom. This has got some sticky tape along the top. I'm not worried about that. That's where it was, where the parcel was wrapped up. So you can see it sits so nice and flat when it's got this type of binding. You have one page where there's no tabs, and then you have a page where there are tabs. Depends what you're going to do on the page, will depend how much of those tabs you'll see. So there we go. Now, what I might do off camera is go through here and perhaps add some stenciling, whatever, to some of these plainer pages. I've made it fairly neutral because my plan is to sort of keep this as a reference journal, and also with it being so neutral, I can use any paper at all. I haven't got a plan of using a particular range of papers in this, although I have got a new digital range coming out, so I might use that in some of it. But I'm probably going to use scrapbooking paper or something like that I want to use up, and because, as I said, I'm just going to keep this journal for myself. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40. So we've got 40 pages in there, so I can afford to do some double spreads if I want to, and yeah, go from there. Alright, so that is my Junk Journal January journal. I have got the prompts here, and the first prompt is cover. So I won't decorate my cover today. I'll do that on the 1st of January. And I have printed out the list of all of the collaborators in this event, and I will make sure to check out their pages as I go along. So there we go. That is, I might have to reprint this because I think I might make a pocket in the front cover and put the list of prompts in there. I could fold it, of course, but we'll see. We'll see how I go. Alright, well that's it for today. I hope you've enjoyed it, and if you haven't tried this binding system before, give it a go. It is fun and it's pretty simple to do. You can make your tabs wide enough so that your whole cover is, all of that area there where I haven't got any fabric is covered with fabric, so it's completely up to you. Like, what was this, 8.5 inches, so divide that by 5, cut your tabs that wide, and then you'd have all of these areas covered. You can do all different coloured fabrics on there. You could, yeah, you can do lots of things with it. So, and you can see it's got plenty of room for expansion. Alright, okay, enough waffling. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you can join me when I post my next video. Okay, bye.